Hello.
And welcome. Back again. Welcome back to episode 23.
Are you
24?
sure?
Oh, 24. 24.
I said 24. Wow.
God.
What are like
How time
cold
flies.
cells?
Jesus.
Wow.
Our podcast is old as shit now.
It's giving consistency.
It's giving quarter life crisis.
Very much so. Actually, 24 is the right number for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm Brian.
I'm Wangeshi.
And this is the Untitled Africans podcast. Thank you for listening and watching wherever you're watching and or listening from. But girl, how you been? It's been a minute. We haven't seen each other.
I know you miss me.
Mm-hmm. That's the overstatement of the century. I'm just kidding. I did miss you.
Yeah, not too much.
How you been?
I've been good.
Yeah. How was the cruise?
It was fun. You
Girl,
know,
we were all over the country this past 2 weeks.
I was on the Atlantic. Is that the right one?
Is that the one that's east?
Never east.
Next to yeah. The Atlantic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell. The American education system failed us.
I don't know my literature.
We don't know geography.
I know African geography.
Listen, I could name almost every country in
Look,
Africa.
on the map. U.S. and surrounding.
Yeah, y'all lost me on that.
You got it.
But anyway, tell us, how's the cruise?
It was fun. I had a lot of fun. It was my first time on a cruise.
Woo!
Yeah, so being on a boat for days straight. The first time I was a little seasick.
Like
the
our
next
friend.
day, not to that extent. I wasn't throwing up nowhere. Blowing chunks. Thankfully.
Oh, girl. Wait, were you really? Wait, was it rocking that much?
No, actually, it not rocking that much was worse because you know when you like drink too much and you finally go to lay in bed and you're like, why is this not still?
Somebody stopped the world from spinning.
That's what it felt like. It felt like you were just like drunk. Like you realize you drank too much because why am I moving even though I'm still?
Even when you're sober?
Yes, that's why I had this this Cheers package. You can get all these drinks. And I'm like, I don't even want it because I already feel too drunk. Like, why am I moving this much when I'm not moving?
Oh, Lord.
But that only lasted like the first day and then I got used to it. But it was a trip to get used to.
Where was the cruise headed to?
The Bahamas, baby.
Oh, she said y'all gonna Bahama me to death. Anyway.
Yeah, but we were only there for a day. So I want to make another trip. I'm
just
there for
fly out to the Bahamas.
Yes, there for like a good
it.
week.
I heard the Bahamas is beautiful. It's a bucket list location for me, so
yes, we're gonna need to go there.
We shall make it a trip.
What about you then?
Girl, we were actually really close to each other. You were in the Bahamas. I was in Puerto Rico.
Oh, island sisters.
Period. But no, I was. Yeah, so we went to Puerto Rico for my dad's 60th birthday, but also like for Thanksgiving at the same time. So that was fun. That was really interesting. I had a blast. I'm sorry. I'll say I had a fucking blast.
You're living your best.
Living my best life. Because you know what? I just left my job. I just had a whole week off from not working. And then I was like, vacation? Period.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Go on vacation. And it's just like sun, beach, pool, drinks, adventure. For a whole 5 days, and then you have to come back to fucking reality. That's the worst part.
That is the worst part. Before, when I went on vacations, like, I never cared about coming back home. I was like, I'm ready to come back home. Like, I love it. Like, I'm ready. This was a nice getaway, but now I'm ready to go back home. And now I'm like...
But now when you're at... This it's the difference. This is the difference. Because you're traveling as an adult with money. Is a difference because when you go on like vacations, like when you're younger, it's like, oh, okay, cute, whatever, take me back home. I want to go back in bed. Like I need to sleep in my own bed. But when you travel as an adult with your own money, oh girl.
No, I mean like even in college.
Really?
I loved coming back.
Wow.
Loved coming back to reality.
You're weird.
I loved it when I had my own apartment. I loved it. Now I suffer. It's just something about the combination of being an adult and the combination of being in your parents' house. It's like stress and more stress to come back to. Like, I didn't miss it.
I'm so sorry.
Didn't miss it. Love my parents dearly. They're great. They give me the freedom.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd rather be coming back to my own space. In a space where I feel mentally
myself.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nah. You know, they say you may not pay in rent living with your parents, but you pay in your mental health.
Honey.
The wiser words were never spoken. So how was your Thanksgiving, though? How low vibrational was your plate?
On the floor, below, in hell. She was in hell.
Really?
So low vibrational.
Oh.
Well, first, okay, my sister hosted it. And if y'all have not had the pleasure of eating my sister's food, I'm sorry.
She was throwing down.
I'm sorry.
I know y'all ate good.
First of all, she's shady for this. Because first she had the appetizer, right? Mm-hmm. And it was goat that the men prepared. Oh. And food that my aunt and my mom prepared. Okay. So it was like goat ugali, skumawiki.
So that was the appetizer.
That was the appetizer. Girl, she said, go ahead and eat their little food first. And then
she is shady. I live for it though.
Then she brought out the main entree, honey.
She said, y'all can enjoy that while I prepare this gourmet meal.
The real deal. Oh my God. I was texting her the next day, like, do you need a babysitter? Like,
girl, you got the leftovers.
Because I don't want to take on her food. So many people are getting leftovers. I wanted them to have some food left.
Nah, girl, it's Africans. If it's one what's that Denzel Washington sound on TikTok? What? Listen, I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something. Okay. That is every African showing up to any function. Listen, I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something.
Right. And we didn't have like Kenyan food. I don't even think it was traditionally like American Thanksgiving food. Like we had mac and cheese, but she made like lasagna and chicken and she made this sweet potato loaf. Ooh. That was the best thing I've ever tasted. And
all right, Miss Essie, I'm coming over.
I don't know. Let me tell you,
if she throwing down like this,
I don't even like sweet potato.
But she was cheap.
And that was the one thing I was like, I'm leaving here with something. I'm getting that loaf. I'm going to need it. I need more. Like, she made brownies. She made mashed potatoes. She made this veggie stir fry. Ooh. And it tasted like teriyaki chicken, but better. And it didn't make no sense.
Now she giving the vegans a run for their money.
It made no sense.
Damn.
I was like, girl, forget the appetizer. And some people were mad because they're like, why you let us eat so much of this appetizer?
She said, y'all gonna
you're gonna learn.
Y'all gonna learn.
If you
coming to my house, if you coming to my house,
save the appetite.
Save no, but
don't play yourself.
I'm desperately. I feel like I should have been there.
You should have. I'm sorry.
Because my Thanksgiving was very much high vibrational. It was not hood rat. It gave very much royalty. And if you know me, you know I love a bougie dinner. I love like a good 5-course meal. You know, give me all of that.
Yes.
But not on Thanksgiving. Not on Thanksgiving. Let me tell you what happened, girl. So we were staying at this hotel, and they were like, for Thanksgiving, we have like a already preset like menu. It's 5 courses. It's still really good. I was like, okay, cool. You know, it's a professional chef. She got the restaurant. The restaurant is like named after her. It's like in the hotel. So we're like, okay, cool, bet. We finna chow down, right? And you know, I believe the chef was Latina. Mm. So I was like, okay, cool. We finna be. Because throughout the like rest of the stay, like every time we're going to dinner or breakfast, like we was eating good. Like I'm talking low vibrational ass place. Bitches was getting bacon, omelets, pancakes, waffles.
Her with the chef serving it to you, I'm sure.
Listen, and there was an omelet station. Whoa, I fell in love with that omelet chef. The way he fucked up my shit. I said, you might need to come home with me. But no. So we get to dinner. You know, they're like, okay, here's the menu. I'm like, okay. So I'm looking at. I'm like, okay. This it. This is all we getting. Okay, so
what did it have?
They bring out the first course. The first course was the salad course. It was a Brussels sprout salad with this really interesting tasting vinaigrette.
What is a Brussels sprout salad?
And it gave like black girl luxury, like, you know, low exposure aesthetic TikTok kind of atmosphere. So that was the first course. Then after the salad came the soup. I believe it was a pumpkin and butternut squash soup.
Okay.
And it had these little garlic something muffins. No, it was like cheese popover muffin. It was a very fancy cheese. I could not pronounce it. I said, oh shit. They done got me. I'm bougie, but I don't think I'm this bougie. So there was that. And then came now like the main course. You had a choice. You could either have the turkey with, I believe it was like pureed sweet potatoes, not mashed pureed sweet potatoes, and I think like some vegetable. I can't remember. My mom ordered that. The rest of me, my dad, and my sister had the I believe it was meatloaf with pureed mashed potatoes and green beans. When I tell you I got that plate, I said, y'all gotta be fucking kidding me.
It sounds very, hearty, healthy.
Girl, I said, be fucking for real.
What size was the plate? Was it in those cute little like?
Nah, girl. So you know how they love to do. They gave you a big ass plate with a little amount of food, so you can like trick your stomach into thinking you're actually eating a lot. Bitch, I'm a big bitch. I like to eat.
What is that tricking?
Feed me. It was like 2 slices of meatloaf, mashed potatoes that were very much, and they were supposed to be like garlic butter mashed potatoes. They were very much, not that. They were very much unseasoned, bland. Me and my sister was sitting there shaking up the salt and pepper shakers on this fucking food. Even on the meatloaf, it was giving very much bland. It was like no seasoning, no flavor, no nothing. And then the green beans, they were like supposed to be sauteed in like water. Something. I was like, yeah, y'all definitely steam these. And then they didn't even cut off the ends. Who doesn't cut off the ends of green beans? I wanted to fight. But then that was the main course. So then came dessert. So we're like, oh, dessert. Okay, they finna give us some pie. This is finna give, peach cobbler,
What was the dessert, Brian?
Girl, it was this big of a slice of pie. This big of a slice of pie. Miss Patty would have been ashamed. Y'all put Miss Patty to shame. But it was sweet potato pie. But then they had to make it fancy as shit and sprinkle fucking pistachios or some nut or something, some dry nut on top. I said,
this is your Thanksgiving meal?
This is my Thanksgiving. That's why I said I need a Thanksgiving redo. Me and my sister have come to the agreement that we need to make our own Thanksgiving and have a complete redo because we feel like we were cheated out of the Thanksgiving experience. But don't get me wrong though, I was still in paradise.
Period. This is a price to pay.
It was like paradise, low vibrational meal.
Right.
I can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
But we had a good time either way, but
you need some of that hand mashed potatoes. Okay?
Yeah, girl.
With the seasoning, the slow cooked chicken with the pepper. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just not reliving my Thanksgiving meal.
Oh, I'm glad you had a good Thanksgiving.
Well, hopefully, we'll ask my sister. Let's beg her to see if she can make.
I see. If you're listening, girl, invite me over. You don't even got to redo the whole thing. Just make your top 3 just top 3.
Like little sampler, and I'll be there to taste to see.
But I want that sweet potato loaf, whatever that was.
Oh my gosh, from scratch. From scratch.
Because the way you've been ranting and raving about that shit since I asked you about it.
From scratch. Brownies too. The chicken she cooked for like hours too. It was just like a slow cook, slow marination. It was spicy and thick on the outside, but it wasn't even fried. I was sorry.
Now you're making me feel real like salty and jealous.
No, but let's talk about Puerto Rico's.
Well, okay, let's go ahead and get into our main topic of this episode then. Traveling with Africans. Because we've been on enough family vacations or whatever let me just talk about my experience with my parents, or at least traveling with my parents anyway. This was so the Africans, why is it when it comes to everything we leave to the last minute? Why is it the day before we're supposed to be traveling? I'm running around up and down Car Parkway, 41, Kennesaw, Mall. I'm like, I'm supposed to be packing.
Yo.
Why am I the one running around?
Why are your government issued IDs like not ready?
Can we talk about that? Why is it that they never have anything ready? It's fine. I'll just show up to the office and they'll grant it for me. And sure enough,
somehow
showed up to passport offices saying, "Oh, I need to travel." Be like, "Here you go."
Right.
I'm like,
how?
What did you say?
Where?
Forging documents?
How?
Forging documents to travel?
Yeah. They're like, what about it?
Who gonna check me, boo? And who gonna check? Allegedly. No, that part. Allegedly. And who gonna check me, boo?
Honey.
Literally. No, but I will say this Puerto Rico trip was like, this is the one I kind of helped organize. But even though it was like, and you know me, I'm very type A about my trips. I like to have an itinerary. I like to have a time schedule. Like, okay, we need to be here at this time. Can you guys, can we make sure on time? Even still, we were showing up at least 15 minutes late to everything.
Oh, yeah. That's early for them.
But then when it comes to getting to your flight, you're the first one to board. How is it our flight was leaving at 10 a.m.? We got to the airport 6 a.m. Yeah. It didn't take us but like 20 minutes to get through TSA. What did we do for the rest? Sat at the gate.
You sit there.
But look, me and my sister said, yeah, we're not taking this. We went to Chick-fil-A when it opened, got some breakfast. Then we're like, we need coffee to deal with these people. Went to Starbucks. Meanwhile, my parents were sitting at the gate. You didn't bring us anything?
Taking any chances.
Can you bring us some food? We're hungry too. I'm like, oh. Listen, if it was up to me, I would have been in the Delta Lounge, chilling, enjoying my free food. Because I don't understand. Why are we this early?
I swear African parents think that somehow the plane is going to take off.
Without them.
3 hours early. They have to not only be there 4 hours early, they need to be at the gate the entire time.
And they have to get up and go make sure at the desk that this flight, this is the gate, right? They haven't changed. Check the app. They update the app every 2 seconds.
Like, there's screens everywhere that tell you this.
Oh my God. So, let me tell you. So, Puerto Rico's a U.S. territory, so you don't need a passport to travel. Why is it? My dad asked me 50 times before we left the house, are you sure we don't need our passports? I'm like, no, you don't need them. These people got these U.S. passports to flash at the airport.
I feel like your dad had y'all's passports tucked away somewhere just in case.
I've chosen now to officially like take that from him and be like, no, this is mine now. You're no. Because anytime I travel with them, it's like my dad. It's like there's like this TikTok trend of like traveling with dads, and they have everyone's passports. They've printed out everyone's ticket to make sure. And you're like, you don't even need to do all that. My parents were so floored at the fact that we did not have to go to the check-in desk at all. For this domestic flight, we literally showed up, went to the thing. I literally printed the boarding passes just for them because we didn't even actually need the boarding passes.
Right.
We had the app and we had all the boarding passes downloaded to our Apple wallets. So my dad goes, we don't need to. I'm like, yeah, we just go through the security line. I was like, what? Really? I said, yes, Dad. He goes, and you just. I'm like, yeah.
Technology.
Welcome to the 21st century. Yeah. I'm like, he was like, and can you do this for international? Yeah, I was like, yeah, if you don't have any bags to check, you do not have to go to the check-in desk. If you have your boarding pass and you've already checked in 24 hours before your flight, you don't need to. It's like, wow. Hey, this is going to save me a lot of time. No, it's not, because you're still going to wake me up.
Regardless.
5-6 hours ahead of time to come to the airport.
Yeah.
Because why?
Minimum.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And then the other thing that they never want to spend money at the airport. They were fine eating with our money, but let them have to spend their own money at the airport. I brought food. My mom was like, I packed snacks. You don't need to eat. Come.
Yes.
I have some granola and I have some fruits. I said, Mom, how did you get fruits past TSA? They're not going to ask me.
They're not liquid.
Like, how? So I've just been like, I really had to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, you have to be very patient.
And then just coming back was a whole nother thing because we were in Puerto Rico and they're just like, where's the international? I'm like, it's not international. It's domestic. We're still in the U.S.
Imagine just going to another state. Imagine.
It's like you just flew to Florida. And then they were like, and then they still asked me, do we need to go print? I'm like, we don't need to check in. The same bags that we came through, ain't nothing to, unless you smuggling something out of Puerto Rico that I don't know about and you trying to be locked up abroad.
Honey.
Baby, they not checking.
Not locked up abroad. Imagine our African parents locked up.
What do you mean? This is just my beans. Ma'am, you can't, those are illegal. They're just beans.
My mom needed a whole nother suitcase because she bought so much chapo from Kenya the last time she went. She had to take somebody's suitcase, one of my cousin's suitcase, because now she had a whole extra checked bag because of the amount of weight of chapo she had. I was like,
ma'am,
please,
could you not come here and make them? She's like, they won't taste the same.
They didn't though. Those tacos
they slap. Yeah. You know, she did it for a reason. She did it for a reason.
Let's throw some in the freezer. I'm gonna be generous, give some to my friends, but not too much because these for us now, honey.
No, but like, why is traveling with like them such a freaking like? It's an ordeal and it's a hassle, and then the whole bag thing. There's nothing more embarrassing than having to unpack your entire suitcase in front of the check-in line in the international and having to reorganize because they decided to weigh this on a regular weighing scale and not I feel like we need a support group for the trauma that all African children have faced traveling with their parents.
Yes.
Because that shit is an ordeal. And then you can't even pack your own shit.
No, but you know the trick is you gotta get on the scale, weigh yourself,
the bag?
Without the bag first, and then hold the bag, and then weigh yourself. That's what we learned after many a times of my mom being under 50 somehow.
But then
when we left the house and then we get to the airport, we over 50.
And then, no, I don't know if your parents do this, but mine have started like watching the gate people, like when you go check in, to make sure they're not leaning on it. Like, are you leaning?
Oh, yeah.
My dad will look. Are you leaning? Remove your leg, please. I'm like, Dad, like, hey, I want to make sure my bag is the correct weight. If it's overweight, I'll accept. But if you're adding weight there, hey, no, my friend, I'm not.
But it's because like my mom be bringing like 3 Bibles, 5 journals, 17 outfits. It's like you're gonna be gone
for 2 weeks.
It'll be a week. Bruh, she was gone for a week and literally had 3 Bibles, 5 journals. I can't count how many clothes, how many hats, and it still came back with a new check bag.
She left with 2, came back with 3.
Yes, my dad had to like swap around stuff, leave some stuff in Kenya.
No.
Her stuff could fit between all of theirs, bro. It was like a whole thing.
That's not even, actually, let me not lie, because I do remember there was a time when I was flying back from Kenya by myself. Tell me why my mom literally goes, here's another bag. I'm saying, what? I already have 2. She goes, no, don't worry. And then just hands me a wad of cash. Says, just in case. I'm going to say, I'm flying by myself. I'm flying back by myself. 2 checked bags is already a lot for one person to push.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't even have the trolleys to push because they run out because everybody be grabbing them as soon as they get off their flights.
Even the stress of having to go find it once you
get
to the airport. I already
have 2, and that's your max. Now imagine how all these gate agents and security is looking at me as like, why does he have 3 check bags? And meanwhile, one of them is filled with nothing but Kitenge fabrics, clothes that she bought, shoes,
flour.
I'm like, tea.
Yes.
Oh my God. The amount of times I've had tea leaves.
Majani a river, bruh.
Explode in my bag because they just be throwing those things, and the way it's been packed, ain't no padding, ain't no nothing,
bruh. And
just being like, I open my bag, my entire clothes smell like ketepa tea, and I'm just like, well, fuck it.
Your whole bag is a marketplace, girl. Like, that bag is not your own now.
No, and that's the thing. It's like your carry-on bag is what you have packed. Your check bag belongs to your parents.
Yeah.
All the clothes they want to go give away back home.
Oh, yeah.
Any supplies that they want to bring with them. I remember one time my dad almost like brought like tools, like actual physical like tools. I'm like, for who? For what?
And it'd be stuff they could just buy in Kenya for them too.
But they'd be like, no, it's they're not the same. The quality's not the same.
We can't come from America and just go buy them something they can buy themselves.
And I swear, I'd be like, I promise you, I don't think these people really care what you bring them. I think they're just happy to see you. They're your family. Like, nah, you got to show up. I'm like, okay. I
don't know if they do it to you, but like when they come back with like your cousin's clothes, and they're like, dude, does this fit you? Does this fit you?
Yo,
and it'll be this
do you know
floral red dress that's like, girl,
I was still wearing that.
There's
been an instance where I didn't watch my mom, because honestly, whenever that happens, I just pack my carry-on for myself, and my 2 check bags I just put in my parents' room, and they can pack whatever they want. I made that mistake once, and there was a t-shirt that I loved to wear. It was like a jersey. It was like a LA Dodgers like jersey. It was gray and it was blue writing. I remember this very distinctly because it was my favorite thing. So I remember we went back with it. Like it got packed somehow. I didn't see it get packed, but it got packed. And so we get to my shosho's house, and that's when everybody comes, all your cousins, aunts, uncles, and then that's when your mom takes each of your cousins one by one or by groups, and it was like, oh, I brought this for you here. Oh, do you like this? See if this fits you. Try this on. Do a turn. Okay, you might need to go to the fundi to get that taken in a little, but it's nice. It looks good on you. And they'll be like, thank you, auntie. So I see one of my younger cousins, in this real nice LA Dodgers baseball jersey. And I said, and at that point, you can't say shit. Right. You can't say, because it's already on them. It's right. Fuck. It's
disrespectful if you say something.
So then I saw him, I was like, who in the heck? I just start seeing red, because I was pissed.
Royally
pissed. Mad. I was like, is that who the? And I just, that effect of red is sirens going off. I'm like, I'm about to beat this bitch up. Like Demi Lovato said, I'm about to beat this bitch up. Because why the fuck are my clothes on this motherfucker? Things that I still wear. So I literally go up to my mom and said, where did you get that shirt? She goes, oh, it was in the laundry basket. I didn't think you still wear it. I said, if it was in the laundry basket, why did you pack?
Like, girl.
She goes, I told you to put everything that you wanted to give away in the laundry basket. I said, but you didn't think to ask me? You didn't think to be like...
Oh, it's never that. It's never asking.
They never check.
No.
They never check. And then your shit just gets given away.
Fault.
I'm like... And to this day, I'm worn that jersey. And ever since, I've been like, before you pack any of my clothes, I need to go through it first. Yeah. Let me know. She's like, okay, do you have anything you want me to give away? I said, yeah, there's a pile right there that you can give away. Other than that, don't come in my room. Don't come looking for nothing. I stopped.
Yeah, because at that point, then let it be my fault. But this... You going out of your way to give away my clothes?
The pain that I felt, I was like, damn. And it was such a cute jersey.
R.I.P.
I know.
To Brian's Dodgers.
Sure. If anybody wants to get me a LA Dodgers jersey.
You don't even watch baseball. That's baseball, right?
Girl, it was still cute. I could have worn it as a Halloween costume. It was oversized and cute.
Not a Halloween costume.
I miss that jersey. But no, yeah, I'm never letting my parents pack any of my clothes away. I've learned that lesson the hard way, unfortunately. But
look, I'll give my parents props, because the way they're able to get things done quickly. Like, my mom had a week to get to Kenya. 1 passport within 6 months of expiring. Other one, has she even applied for it? It's like, ma'am, you're not going anywhere. I don't know where you think you're going. And somehow, 2 days before her flight, no, she finds out she needs to go to Kenya on a Sunday. Monday, they're trying to figure out how she's going to get there. By Friday, she got a passport. How? A Kenyan passport at that. Where yes.
Who she know at the embassy? Who she know at the embassy? Yes. What diplomat does she know?
I'm like,
what diplomat does she know?
Clear. I'm like, you need to be telling me something.
Because the Kenyan political system does not move that fast.
It'll take you minimum a year to get a passport.
Not even a passport. A document. A document. A document that you just. I just need this one document. Look, it's gonna take you a year.
I was like, you're not going to Kenya. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who does she
know?
It's like, you got some connections you're not telling me about.
It's that power of prayer. It's that power of prayer and Kenyan, and just overall Kenyan trust and belief. You're like, why would it not happen for me? It'll happen. Don't worry.
No,
it'll happen.
Because I'm like, y'all have to be the luckiest people on earth. Clearly, I need to be saying my prayers more.
Did I ever tell you the story how my dad, after everybody got vaccinated for COVID? Let me tell you. I'll tell the story. What? So this man is supposed to be traveling to Kenya, right? It's right after COVID. There's still mandates for masks and everything, and he's having his stopover was in Paris, right? And you're just like, and at the time, anybody who was flying to Kenya knew if you're going through Paris, it's the most difficult. Like COVID restrictions they are not playing around. You will get turned your ass back, and they do not care if you miss your flight or nothing. So he's flying through Paris, and he gets to the, I guess, border checker control or whatever, and they're like, we need your vaccination card. So he's frantically looking, checking his jacket pocket, doesn't find it. Mind you, right now, at the time he was in Paris, it was morning. So that was like nighttime for us, like almost midnight, I think.
In the U.S.?
Yeah. So he's frantically like searching for he can't find it. So he calls my mom. Mind you, my mother, she's dead asleep. She doesn't work the night shift. She's not working. She's like, why are you bothering me? You're supposed to be on this flight. Leave me alone. So he calls her, and he's like, Mama Bryant, oh my God, I can't find it. I don't know. I can't find it. I don't know. Where'd you put it? Do you have it? Do you see it there? I'm like, even if we see it here, what are we going to do? We can't fax it to you.
Right.
So she goes, give me a minute. Hangs up on him, right? Come to find out, he had left it on somewhere in his bathroom or something. Dang. And tell me why my mom, ingenuity. Okay, this woman said, she goes into her purse, pulls out my sister's vaccination card. You know what she does?
What?
Goes to the office, wipes my sister's name off.
Allegedly.
And her birth date off, allegedly. And puts my dad's information and his birthday. Sends him a picture through WhatsApp. She goes back to bed. My dad gets through Charles de Gaulle, fine. They accept it. They take it. And he goes through. And then he makes his flight, gets to Kenya. My thing, though, is the confidence you have
to just
forge that document, knowing how strict Europe was with COVID and vaccinations. They was not letting nobody, no matter what, in for no reason. I don't care if your grandpappy, who done raised you for the past I don't know how many years, died. You not come in here if you're not vaccinated.
Facts.
This woman said, I got it.
It'll be fine.
Boom. Done. Be fine. And to this day, like, that shit still shocks me. I'm like, y'all really just...
They be playing. I remember my mom allegedly forged a document to, like, come to the U.S. or to see my dad or something. Or maybe it was London or something. Mm-hmm. And then they look at the paper. She forged a whole letter. Documentation saying she can go through. And they're like... We don't even use this kind of paper. This is like an 8x10.
Now she got the A4, but you need an A2. I'm dead.
Like, man, it's like you are risking prison.
Federal prison.
You're gonna go to jail.
Locked up abroad, baby. What do you mean?
They be so bold. Even going to Kenya. Hey, the things my cousins have done.
No, okay, so you know how Kenya implemented this whole, like, e-visa thing that you gotta do? Mm-hmm. And, like, you have to, like, write a letter nowadays or something like that. Like,
it's extra. You gotta get, like... certain testing with this certain kind of paper. If that was or wait, do you mean the ones where you got to submit, like, put in all your information?
Yeah, you gotta, like, for the e-visa in order to travel.
Yeah.
But when I tell you the amount of times my dad has just been, just make something up that we have to go, we're just vacationing or something, I don't know. I'm like,
the boldness.
If they come to find out, and the thing is like, Kenya doesn't have addresses. What P.O. box are you putting? What street address are you putting on this letter to say that you have permission to come into this country? And I'm just like, yeah, see, and y'all wonder why Kenyan kids or, like, children of African parents are, like, the sneakiest motherfuckers.
Oh yeah,
it's because we get it from y'all,
right?
Like, this behavior comes from y'all.
I be filling that out for my parents. Do I know what I put other than their flight data? Everything else is just vibes. I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah.
I think this is where they're going. I don't know.
Right. Like, but this is your flight. They're good.
I will say, though, this past trip, I feel like I've opened my parents to, like, a brand new way of traveling. A more organized way of traveling. Which I'm glad. I'm like, are we breaking generational curse? Like, are we, patterns breaking, I'm like, Because, you know, things were organized. We got to the airport on time. I mean, even though it was like fucking 4 hours early.
Yeah, of course.
Still, but I feel like that one we're just never gonna.
That's
that one we just have to.
That one we need to pass on.
That, you know, I think now we just like, if that happens, we'll just buy lounge access and just go chill out somewhere.
Exactly. We're gonna be there 4 hours early, but like
I'll go hang out at the lounge.
Exactly. Luxury lounge.
give me lounge access. No, but the day you give them the day they find out about lounge access is the day we are all showing up to the airport 8 hours ahead of time.
Yes.
Free food and drinks.
I have the
and
blanket.
Sleep. Showers.
I'll have stew with them.
Oh, baby.
Chai.
And you know the moms are bringing Tupperware.
Oh, yes.
Because they're taking the shit. Because listen, I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with something. Okay.
I gotta give you props because I don't think I have the patience to like.
I was literally
or bring that structure into family trips.
You know, you remember that episode? No, the episode, the Lizzie McGuire movie. How they went on the trip to Italy. Miss Ungelmeyer.
Of course,
she was the one who was like corralling everyone, like trying to. That's how I felt on this trip. Because we had activities booked and like things that we had like paid for in advance and like we had to be on time for. But luckily, we came to like later find out from like one of our Uber drivers that like Puerto Rico time is like very much like African time. You can show up.
Oh,
you can be late. Ain't nobody checking for you like that.
I love that.
So we had this photo shoot scheduled in like Old San Juan, and it was at 4:00. Because I was like, ooh, for golden hour, black people, you know, our skin gonna be popping. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yes.
So we're like, I bet. So literally, why is it at like 3:00? We are still at the adventure park after riding the ATVs and the horses.
So you still need to shower and stuff?
So we still need to go back to the hotel, shower.
Oh, no.
And then still call another Uber to take us to downtown, like the Old San Juan, to go meet up with the photographer.
What time did y'all get there? How did y'all...
4:15. It is by God's grace. The photographer, the girl, she was so nice. She was so sweet. Shout out to her, Janice. That was her name. If y'all...
plug her IG.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna plug. Her name is Janice. We'll put it in the description But yeah, she took some very beautiful pictures of my parents and our family, and they will be framed and put up somewhere. There might be a Christmas card. That'd be a real cute Christmas card.
Oh yes, give the girls postcards.
Oh yeah,
they were in their modeling bag. It was very much giving Black nuclear family
stock
happy.
Photo.
Yes, iStock.com. Like
very much,
yeah.
But no. But that's literally how like the entire trip went. We were at least like 15 to like 10 minutes late to everything. But the only thing we were never late to was that sailing trip on the boat. I took them on a sailing trip around Old San Juan.
Aww.
But the only reason we weren't late is because the dude on the Airbnb experience was like, you will get left. It is upon you to be on time.
Oh.
If you are even a minute late, you get left. Now, that actually happened to the couple that was also supposed to be on that experience with us.
They got left?
Yes, because we showed up at exactly 4:59. We were supposed to go at 5:00, right? Mm-hmm. We showed up at 4:59. The Uber was pulling up, and we saw him standing at like the Marina gate. And then we get out the car. He goes, "Oh, hey guys, we're just waiting for one more person." It hit 5:00 while we were there. This man said, "All right, let's go." And he saw his phone, and I literally saw him do this. His phone rang. He looked at it, click, put it in his pocket. I was like, "The boat is this way." And I said, "Oh, did you want to get that?" He said, "No, it's all right. It's the other couple. They already know the rules." And I went back on his like Airbnb experience message, and it says, "Don't bother calling if you're late."
Oh my god!
I said, "Don't wrong him.
Play,
You don't play." These Airbnb people said, "We've learned."
Those are the times I gotta tell myself 30 minutes before the actual time.
But I was so scared that was gonna be us.
Oh yeah, especially with your whole African family with you.
Because the way they had been the rest of the trip, because my dad was like the entire trip. He kept saying, "Do not rush me for anything." And what was I doing? Rushing them because what? I don't care if it's your birthday. I don't care if you're on vacation.
An itinerary to keep.
Okay, I am that person who's like, listen, we got somewhere to be on time. We're gonna be on time.
I booked this at this time, so
there was money spent. So y'all better act right. But yeah, that sounds
fun though. It sounds like y'all had a good time.
We did, but boy, I don't know. I feel like I need a vacation from that vacation after that. Me and my sister were talking about it. We're like, oh my God.
A separate one?
Yeah. Like, our parents were stressful.
Yes.
Like, why was corralling a bunch of little kids?
Should have added an extra 2-3 days of just you and your sister to be like, okay, now I can really.
Oh my God. And then having to deal with like checking into a hotel. Why is it that African dads always feel like they need to be in control of situations? There was a mishap with like check-in or whatever, and my dad comes over here. I'm talking to the actual receptionist, and he just comes over and interrupts. He's like, "Is there an issue? What's the problem? What's going on?" I'm like, I got it. I have it handled. Go sit down. Go to the beach.
Play.
Go sit down.
And
like by the pool.
The customer service was very poor. It took 15 minutes since I arrived to be seen. So does that mean I get an extra day of stay
an
here? An
extra night? Or
do we get complimentary room service? Because I'm very dissatisfied with your service.
When I tell you, back it up.
She just the receptionist, bro. Like,
she just here to check us in and check us out. That is not her job.
Like, she making $15 an hour. Relax on her head, bro.
She just work here.
That's just her job, bro.
No, but he came over and I was just like, "It's okay, Dad. I have a handle." He was like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah." And the guy goes, "Was that your dad?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, okay." I was like,
You don't want to have to go through him.
So you're better off dealing with me.
Yeah.
I'm the kinder one.
Right. Be glad you got me here.
Because why do they always feel, oh, God. I love them, but damn.
Yeah.
I think I've had my fill with traveling with my parents, though. I'm not going to lie. You?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, kind of.
I think I've capped it to one family vacation a year.
I think I could do like one every like 3 to 5 years. My family's big. Like, there's just a lot. If we all go on vacation,
that's
just even like Thanksgiving was a lot. And we just had the celebration for me, my dad, and my nieces.
Oh, for your birthday.
That felt like a whole. I was like, I gotta see them again. Another family gathering. All of us.
I see mine every day, so I'm just like, oh, y'all hoes be here. But then I find any and every excuse to abandon them. I'm not gonna lie. Even like, because the last, I think, 2 days or so on the trip, we're just like, we had nothing planned. We're just like, we're just gonna relax by the pool and chill out. I took every opportunity to distance myself from these people.
Look.
Even the last day, me and my sister said, we're going back to Old San Juan. We want to go check out the streets and do some shopping. My dad was like, we have a few hours. I said, because checkout was at 11. Mm-hmm. Our flight wasn't until 2.
Okay.
So we're like, we have 2 hours to comfortably, kill. So my parents were like, let's just go straight to. I'm like, no, why are we going to the airport?
You're going to give your parents a heart attack.
You know, I called me and my sister Uber. I said, we're going to Old San Juan. Fuck this. Let's go. And we hopped in the Uber and dipped. And they said, where are you going? I said, oh, we're going to do we want souvenirs. We want, experience the city a little bit more. Because, like, hanging with y'all ain't really it for the next 6. We gonna be at the gate for another hour anyway.
Yes.
So, but yeah, we dipped on them.
Yeah, I feel like if I did like a big family vacation, it'd have to be like, okay, we all are going to the same place, and then we separate for the majority of the vacation. There's one night we all come together. It's real cute family gathering, and then we go our separate ways. We just happen to be going to the same destination. Like, I love my family, but there's only so much I can put up with them at a time.
Period of time.
Yeah, like I need intervals. So I need us to
I'm
like
with you there. No.
Some separate group of activities, some subgroup activities.
Because even me and my sister, we were like, the morning of the day we're leaving, we had already started fighting.
Right, like I'm sick of you now.
I'm like, fuck you. Why did you do it? I asked you to. Well, yeah.
Look, because vacations low-key have you spending an unnatural amount of time with somebody.
People you see every day already.
Yeah.
And I gotta share the same, and I'm sitting.
And now there's no like job or anywhere we're going to separate. Like everything is together. I need a break.
Yeah.
That's what I learned.
I remember we were on vacation in Kenya, and then we booked a vacation within a vacation to Mombasa, right? As most people do. Why is it the day we're supposed to be going to Mombasa, or the day before we're supposed to be going to Mombasa is the day we're booking the train ticket from Nairobi,
of course,
the hotel? I can't do it anymore. I can't do the last minute stuff. I can't do.
That's stress.
I love my family, but that's it. So
it's too much anxiety.
I've cleaned my hands. You're right. One trip together every 3 to 5 years.
Yeah,
is enough. I'm good on that.
Love you. Thank you. That's enough.
I love you, but well, from our Untitled Africans family, it's been a great episode.
Thank you for tuning in.
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, rate.
Subscribe. Oh, did you say that?
I did say subscribe to our new YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
Yes.
We're all on the socials. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. And only a few more till the end.
Oh my God. Stop counting down.
No, I meant to the end of the year.
Oh.
We only got like one more month after this.
He's sick of me. He's ready to end things.
No, I'm ready for a new year.
Oh, that part. That part.
Lord,
I am not your strongest soldier.
Period. All right, y'all.